Hey guys, it's Peyton here with a new video to show you guys one of my favorite things to do during the summer, which is to tie-dye t-shirts. For my example today, I've bought a new just white plain t-shirt to show you guys the full effect, but I also really like to use old white t-shirts that have gotten a little bit old and worn in, and to repurpose them by using a little bit of tie-dye. So what I've done for you today is I've broken it up into a couple of steps. First of all, you're gonna have to buy some dye. I really like this brand, Pre-Mixture RIT tie-dye, but you can also buy the powdered version and mix it up yourself. And I usually will put it in a squirt bottle. They often come with the kits, but you can also buy the little squirt bottles that they will sell for restaurants that you can keep mustard and mayonnaise and ketchup and mustard in. Just those regular squirt containers that you don't worry about getting too messed up. But for today, just for the ease of showing you the example, I'm going to be using the Pre-Mixed RIT that is used for cotton, wool, nylon, and more. So here we go. The first thing that you're going to want to do, and you're going to do this 24 hours in advance, is to mix soda ash with water to make a mixture in which you'll soak the shirt in so that it's able to absorb the color better, 24 hours after it's been soaking. So yesterday I had already folded up a t-shirt and soaked it in my soda ash mixture. So I've got my pre-soaked t-shirt here, which I'm going to use for my dyeing tutorial. But first I want to show you how I like to make a spin art pattern spiral in the center of my t-shirt. And it takes a certain kind of folding technique where you first will take the t-shirt, rip off the tag so that it's all ready to go. And I've got it on a board here just so that you can see it upright. And what I like to do is find the center point, and I start to twist from the middle, just like so. And I continue to spin all the way until the entire thing is spun into a tightly wound circle, where I will then be able to take my rubber bands. I usually use 5 to 10 in various sizes, which I have here in this bag. And I just like to make usually some sort of pattern, whether it be a star pattern, with my rubber bands so that they're kept extra tight, and so that that spiral pattern doesn't end up getting lost, so the shirt doesn't end up coming unwound. And then it still ends up very pretty, because any sort of tie-dye being applied to a white shirt is going to be beautiful and unique in its own way. But in order to keep your spiral pattern, you wind the rubber bands around so that it's nice and secure in there. So yesterday, before soaking in the soda ash, I did the spiral pattern and wrapped it very tight with a couple of rubber bands. I'm going to add a few more larger ones just to ensure that it stays extra tight there. And so once you pull it out of your bucket of soda ash, you want to make sure to rinse it out so that it's as dry as possible, because that solution is already soaked in there very well, so that it's ready to set your dye, so that the dye and the color remains very vibrant for longer, especially after you wash it. So what I'm going to do next, and I've got this, I guess I can set this right here. I'm going to open up my different dyes, take off the safety cap that it came with. Whoops. Also, I want to make sure that it's shaken up really well. And I'm going to dump out that soda ash so that there's nothing in my bucket. And let's see. what I'm gonna start doing, just like so, turn it on its side. I'm just gonna start pouring dye onto different sections. I kind of do it randomly. A lot of people will do it in a pattern where it like goes all the way around in different colors. I really like to do kind of a pattern that comes up however, in whatever order that you put your colors. Oops. So I should have opened these a little bit prior, but now I've got the purple that we've shaken up really well. And we're just gonna add that in any of the sections that are left white. I also like to leave a couple of sections white at the very end, but for the purpose of this, I'm just gonna pour on my dye. Also, a tip is to use gloves. I didn't have any with me today. I think I've used them all going into stores recently. And for other projects, other fun summer projects. But what I'm gonna do is just pour this right into the different white sections in any pattern you think looks pretty cool to you in this way. Remember, it's not gonna turn out exactly like this, but for the most part it will. So after you've already applied your dye to your shirt the way that you desire, you're going to let it set for another 24 hours. And after that 24 hours, you're gonna unwind it. And since this is a tutorial and I wanna get it finished quicker, I'm going to unwind it now so that you can see the finished product today, just how it would come out if I were to have let it set for 24 hours. So here we go. I'm just gonna start taking off all of my rubber bands, like so. And yes, my hands were getting a little messy because I should be wearing gloves. Also, a very important thing is to always wear a dark colored t-shirt or one that you don't mind getting messed up, because inevitably the dye will end up getting a little bit on your clothes and I don't want to ruin any of your clothes. So here we go. Here is the finished product. And if you see, I didn't add too much color, and that's why it only looks like there's a little bit around the edges, but oftentimes this is the pattern that people enjoy seeing. But you can see where the spiral has come out. And I have an example here of another t-shirt that I made, in which I used more dye. So if you use a lot of different dyes, it will cover the entire t-shirt. So the more you want the dye to be on your t-shirt, this is a very minimal spiralized t-shirt, but if you can see, the blue and purple has come out very clear around the edges. So the more dye that you want on your t-shirt is the desired amount that you'll use. So I hope you guys have fun tie-dyeing t-shirts, and I hope you have enjoyed my video today. See you soon. Bye.